Hi, welcome back to the channel on the college process. Once again, I'm Ed from Principia Prep, and today we're going to be going over the latest news. Biden administration is now canceling over $6 billion in federal student loan debt. Are you one of those students? But before we begin, if you are new to the channel and are looking for additional college content, please hit the subscription button down below. It will notify you when new videos do come out. As well as if you do enjoy today's video, please leave us a like. It does help the channel. As well as if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below in the comment section. I do answer any comments or questions you guys leave down below. As well as we are once again running the James Memorial Scholarship for the senior class of 21-22. We are still adding up scholarship money to give out to this senior class. So if you want to be eligible for the scholarship or you want to help us increase the scholarship for this year's senior class of 21-22, very simple. Down below in the description is the link for the James Memorial Scholarship. As well as also down below in the description is organization's Venmo as well as our Buys a Coffee, if you guys want to help support the channel here and allow us to making these college videos for you guys out there. And all that being said, let's jump right into today's video. The latest update on the Biden administration, which is now canceling over $6 billion in federal student loan debt. Are you one of those students? Now, obviously, while we're waiting here for the whole scale of the loan forgiveness to be coming out from the U.S. Department of Education, and we also wait, obviously, to see how close we get to May 1st before we see if there is an extension, because as I talked about last week in our videos, the White House Chief of Staff, Ron Klain, came out just last week and said they're highly considering extending the May 1st deadline. And of course, if you watch the channel, you realize that I believe that they are going to extend the loan forbearance more likely past the May 1st deadline, maybe giving us another 3-6 months, mostly because of all that's happening in the world, global issues, inflation, the stock market volatility, and everything else happening. And with all that being said, there is additional good news. It just came out in the last week from the Biden administration. They've determined that $6.2 billion in student loans for basically around 100,000 students or so should be automatically forgiven right now. The latest news came out directly from the U.S. Department of Education just within the last week that students that had previously applied and been denied should have had their loans forgiven. Now, until this year, hundreds of thousands of students have applied for loan forgiveness and been denied. In fact, up until this point, up until this academic year, only 32 students out of 4.4 million students in 15 years have ever received full federal loan forgiveness up to this point in time. But thankfully, with this administration and everything going on, things are changing, because before there was a 99% chance you were going to get denied loan forgiveness. Now it's looking like it's going to be a lot more easy to get this loan forgiveness in place. So if you do have a federal loan in place, you might be eligible right now for immediate loan forgiveness, believe it or not. Now, to be eligible right off the bat, you have to be part of the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. Now, if you don't know what that is, don't worry. I have a link right down here below. It's also in the description as well. You can click on it and start the process of figuring out where you are in the mix. But a quick overview of how the program works, let me just explain to you guys right off the bat. If you are working for any government agency of any level, the federal, the state, the local, tribal, this includes obviously the U.S. military. If you're working for any nonprofits, which are basically under Section 501(c) of the Internal Revenue Code. If you work for or are working for AmeriCorps, if you work for or are working for the Peace Corps, you're also eligible for the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. Or if you're a teacher, or if you're a firefighter. There are many, many jobs that qualify for this loan forgiveness, basically immediately if you've already been making payments. Now, for you guys out there, once again, this is the website right here. I have in the description. Once again, go to this website if you believe you should be available for loan forgiveness, if you've been making payments, so on and so forth. Also, if you've been making payments or if you had issues when you were making payments or they weren't counting your payments, also for you guys as well. Also go to this website as well, the Public Service Loan Forgiveness website right here. Once again, I have it in the description. What you guys will do is you'll go onto the website and you'll log in using your FAFSA login information. Now, obviously, this was years and years and years ago. Last time you guys used your FAFSA login information. You guys, if you don't know what your login information is, you click right here on the bottom right, Forgot Password. It'll ask you for your cell phone number or your email address. If it indicates it doesn't have a login information for this email or this cell phone number, very simple. You can create an account here as well by clicking on this link right here to create an account. But you must have an account in place before you're able to go through the whole process. Now, very likely, if you have an account from over 5-10 years ago kind of scenario, then very likely you're already in the system. It just needs you to update certain information like address, email, cell phone number, so on and so forth. It'll be very easy to create an account right here on this webpage. Once you guys do that, then you go right here, once again, to the Public Service Loan Forgiveness website. Now, when you guys log into the Public Service Loan Forgiveness form and start filling everything out, it's going to obviously ask you right off the bat for one thing many of you guys probably don't have with you, because you're going to have more likely, you know what your name is, your social, your birthday, and everything else. So that's going to be the easy part of the form and the first part of filling out the Public Service Loan Forgiveness form. Part 2 of the form, basically by page 2 or 3 essentially, it's going to ask for your company's federal employer identification number, which can be found on your W-2, as well as you can just ask your employer, what is our FEIN number or your EIN number? Those are one of the 2 numbers I'm going to want from you to start filling out the form to figure out if you guys are in line to maybe be part of the 100,000 already who are going to get loan forgiveness immediately, or if you guys are going to be part of the group that maybe is coming in the back end, which will be addition to the 100,000 people already eligible for it. Maybe you're in line already because you've been making payments for so many years to get that loan forgiveness either down the road, maybe a year, 2 years, maybe 3 or 4 years down the road, but you're on track to get the loan forgiveness here. Now, obviously, everyone wants to hear about what's happening with the 50,000 loan forgiveness or the 10,000 loan forgiveness for everyone. And everyone always obviously wants to know about what's happening with the May 1st deadline. Are they going to extend it? Or are they not going to extend it? Very likely, I believe they will extend it, maybe another 3 months, maybe another 6 months if we're lucky. But right now, what I would be doing, if you do have federal loans out there and you have been making payments throughout this whole time, I would be going on this website right here, once again, the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program website here, and just checking. Worst case scenario, you spend 2 or 3 minutes, you find out you're not eligible. Best case scenario, you find out you are one of the 100,000 people that are already eligible for federal loan forgiveness, and you're able to basically take all your loans and get rid of them essentially by the federal government. Or you're on track, part 3, let's call it the third group here, you're on track and maybe getting close to that loan forgiveness before we even hear anything about the 50,000, the 10,000, or any extension on the forbearance whatsoever. Now, of course, if you have any questions about loan forgiveness or refinancing or any part of the college process whatsoever, you guys can leave any comments you guys have down below. I do answer all the comments you guys leave, by the way, down below in the comment section. As well as, once again, if you do like today's video, please leave us a like. It does help the channel. As well as, we are once again running the James Lewis Memorial Scholarship for the senior class of 21-22. We are still adding up scholarship money to give out to this senior class. So if you want to be eligible for the scholarship or you want to help us increase the scholarship for this year's senior class of 21-22, very simple. Down below in the description is the link for the James Lewis Memorial Scholarship. Go to that video to watch it to understand how it works. As well as also in the description down below is our organization's Venmo, as well as our Buy Us a Coffee if you want to help support the channel here, allowing us to keep making these college videos for you guys out there. As well as all that being said, on the screen is my contact information. If you have any questions, if you need any help, if you need to talk to anybody, if you don't know what you're doing, very simple. On the screen is my cell phone number. Easiest way to get a hold of me is to send me a text message. I usually answer text messages within 24 hours. Second way is to send me an email. And the third way, the third fastest way, I guess you'd call it, to reach me is to call me. If you do need help, just reach out. And thank you once again for watching today's video. Once again, my name is Ed Zamora from Principia Prep.